I'm not sure how things are going to turn out in the long run for Microsoft or for Xbox. A lot of people kind of expect me to maybe sugarcoat that a little bit. I don't know what's going to happen in the future. I don't know what's going to happen with the Activision deal. I think that can go any way you want it to go. What do I expect from the showcase? I mean, we've seen some rumors, we've seen some leaks and things like that. It looks like it's going to be a good show. But again, it's really Microsoft's show to lose if you kind of want to get technical about it. Everybody's kind of has all eyes on them. Almost the way that Sony did a lackluster show kind of puts even more pressure on Microsoft, in my opinion, to make things that much better, so to speak. Because at the end of the day, if Microsoft has this opportunity and they drop it, people are just going to go and say that Sony has regained all this momentum and things like that. So it really kind of comes down to what Microsoft is doing. Now, in this instance, Microsoft is getting maybe the last laugh on Sony after all. Everybody thought that the Activision deal was dead in the water. There's no way that it's going to be able to do anything. No way is it going to be able to go through. And now it turns out that the CMA director who blocked Microsoft's Activision merger previously worked for Sony's law firm. Wow. Guess what? That's a huge conflict of interest. A little while ago, the UK regulatory arm for competitions and mergers known as the CMA sensationally blocked Microsoft's merger between Xbox and Activision. With Xbox in distant third place in the console race, the merger would have helped Microsoft gain a stronger foothold to ensure its ability to compete long-term in an industry that is shifting increasingly towards mobile games and services, a landscape dominated by Apple and Google alongside Chinese firms like Tencent. Now, stoking unfounded fears that Microsoft may block Call of Duty on PlayStation, despite offering contractual obligations to deliver it, Sony managed to call the acquisition into question in various key markets, most notably the UK. The UK CMA is well known for its incompetence, according to this article from Windows Central anyway, and ignorance when it comes to technology deals. Having previously been defeated by Apple and other firms for its overreaching claims, many decisions by the CMA in the past have been demonstrated some harm in the investment in the UK market in the long run, potentially reducing innovation and jobs in a region that actually needs it. The CMA has endured criticism from the European Commission and the UK government itself in recent weeks for its strange rational choice to block Xbox's deal for Activision over fears, quote-unquote, that it could harm the cloud gaming market, which by most metrics barely even exists. And now, another interesting piece of the pie may have been uncovered. Patent lawyer Florian Mueller recently discovered that the CMA's current serving senior director previously worked for Cleary Gottlieb, a law firm that has been representing Sony in their regulatory protests to the deal. This guy, Mr. Rafferty, is speaking in an event where figures are examining post-Brexit regulatory issues. Another speaker at the event reportedly represents legal firm RBB, which is also representing Sony and Google in leading complaints against Microsoft's acquisition. Raftery, hasn't worked for Cleary for some time, but it's not a stretch to think that there could be a conflict of interest here. If Raftery maintains personal relationships with old acquaintances and friends who stand to gain from the blocking of the deal, that could heavily indicate partiality. Now, there has been an update since their initial write-up. Florian Mueller, who originally broke the story, claims that a report from the famous news agency claimed that Raftery was a central figure in getting the deal blocked. He was also instrumental in blocking the merger between two major supermarket chains in the UK, ASDA and Sainsbury. What few may know, however, is that Raftery has also served as a legal advisor to Tesco, the UK's biggest supermarket chain, who would of course have reservations about such a merger. The CMA didn't consider this to represent a conflict of interest, although anyone of sound mind may think otherwise. The UK is widely known to sport a culture of political backscratching, particularly as it pertains to borderline insider trading among political class. The current ruling party has been repeatedly accused of using its position to offer friends and friends of friends lucrative share booming contracts funded by taxpayers. So yeah, there is that. Even the possibility of foul play here emphasizes the need for more oversight of the CMA's regulatory operations. The decision to block Microsoft's deal on the basis that it is the largest cloud operator, on the basis that all Xbox Game Pass Ultimate subscribers may use cloud, is irrational in and of itself. It also omits the fact that Amazon Luna with Amazon Prime launched just a few days after the CMA filed its final decision. By the CMA's own logic, Luna now becomes the largest cloud gaming power in UK, owing to Amazon's Prime estimated 13 million strong primary account holder memberships in the UK market. So Jez Gordon was quick to kind of put this article up from the actual Windows Central site, which again brings a lot of good things into question here. Like, at what point does the UK kind of step in? I mean, they have the authority, the government, and can really put a lot of pressure on them to overturn this, and that is a real possibility at this point. And then I think Microsoft can kind of take it from there. But I do think Microsoft has a much better chance to get this overturned than what some are giving them. Obviously, just judging by what we're seeing so far, I personally think it's a conflict of interest. Obviously, other people might think that way as well. But, you know, again, it really kind of comes down to what they actually think at the end of the day when this gets appealed, because Microsoft has officially filed an appeal for this. And, you know, it really will come down to what they want to do and what they want to be able to kind of, you know, do they think that it's something that is feasible? Because they're really, if they've overstepped their bounds in so many ways here, that I kind of have to scoff just a little bit. You know, they really honestly have kind of overstepped what they should have been able to do. When you look at what Microsoft has been able to accomplish, they don't have this huge market share. They're getting outsold in the UK 4-1 by PlayStation currently. You know, again, I don't see how stopping Microsoft is going to help competition. It's really just going to hurt competition more and more and more. And we're going to continue to see Microsoft struggle because they have this idea and this vision that they're trying to accomplish. And it's like these media outlets and these different things aren't allowing Microsoft to really do what they need to do in order to actually be competitive in this market. So yeah, I think that it's going to be a super interesting next couple of months. I would have loved for this to have been, you know, closed up by now. To be quite honest with you, it's kind of a shame that it's not. At the end of the day, Microsoft, I think, has done a pretty good job of keeping a cool head about all this stuff. We never know what's going to change in the very near future, but there could be pressure on them. And I guess we'll see, you know, but this is a pretty good video. I'm going to link this article in the description as well. You all can check it out and let me know what you think, because I think it's going to be one of those things that a lot of people are talking about for a while to come yet. So hopefully we get some kind of resolution, because I, for one, am tired of talking about it. And for the second thing, you know, I think Microsoft and even Sony just wants to get on with things. Just the regularity of this is just been kind of on and on and on. So let me know what y'all think. I'm Crap Gamer. This has been Crap Gamer Reviews. Thank you so much for watching. Crap Gamer out.